Florida State and Georgia tee it up in a couple of weeks. Joe, I'm going to let you go because when I say what I'm going to say, the Florida State fans are going to ban me from the city of Tallahassee. They're going to kill me. They're going to hate me.
Oh.
They think that I hate Florida State. I don't hate Florida State. I know that they're still mad. I know they still hate. They're hating that they did not get in. Joe, this is about to be a splattering. It's about to be a splattering.
This is probably going to be one of the shortest previews that we've done and that we're going to do for the bowl season. Look, Florida State fans, you guys know I've been in on you. You know that I've been the supportive one. I've been really supportive. But my whole argument of why they could have been competitive in the playoff is that they still, despite not having Jordan Travis, had a decent quarterback who was throwing to 2 NFL wide receivers.
Right.
Johnny Wilson and Keon Coleman aren't playing in this football game. I don't know who's next up. I know for a fact that they're not nearly as proven as Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson. Your success was dependent on having those guys. I also would not be shocked, and I don't know if we've gotten confirmation, but I wouldn't be surprised if Trey Benson and Jared Verse don't end up following suit, and Jaheim Bell don't eventually end up following suit and deciding to opt out by the time this game is played. We are taping this weeks before this game will actually be played. Your roster is really good, but if that roster's not playing in this game, it's going to be a lopsided win. Georgia has a younger roster than people realize. Even if Brock Bowers, Matt McConkey, I don't know what their situation is. That's a good young team. They're not losing anyone.
Right.
They're going to kick your ass. I'm sorry, Florida State fans.
Well, I'm glad that we have the same thought process because Florida State fans have hated on me for a couple of weeks. Look, I think that those guys will play because, look, did you hear what Brock Bowers said when he was hurt? Like, look, man, there are people trying to tell me to opt out during the season. I'm coming back. I want to play as much college football as I can. Let's see what happens there. But, Joe, I think you hit the nail on the head. You thought that they couldn't win without Johnny Wilson and Keon Coleman to start off with. Now they don't even have them.
Yeah.
who are they going to throw the ball to? They better be. And look, the bottom line is you're going to give Georgia a month of rest and to prepare and try to run on that team.
And they're pissed.
Yeah. They're pissed. And here's the truth. And I'll continue to say this until I'm blue in the face. I still think Georgia is still one of the 4 best teams in the country. Like, I think that if you would have put Georgia in the playoff over anybody,
yeah.
I obviously not Alabama because they beat them, I wouldn't have hated it.
Their top 3 receivers, Keon Coleman, Johnny Wilson, Jaheim Bell. The next closest is not backup tight end, second tight end, Kyle Morlock, who has almost half as many yards as Jaheim Bell. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's Jaquie Douglas, Trey Benson, and Lawrence Toffoli. So there's only one receiver in here that has gone over 200 yards.
Yeah, I mean, look, but Joe, it wouldn't matter if those guys even played anyway, because Brock Glenn nor Taylor or Rodemaker.
Rodemaker would start. I don't think we're ever going to have to see Brock Glenn again in our lives.
Yeah, I don't think we would either. But regardless, Rodemaker's not going to. I mean, Joe, they couldn't move the ball on Florida's defense. Florida.
I said this, and it was highly debated. I thought that they could have gotten into an offensive rhythm against if they ended up getting that Michigan matchup and could have played that game competitively. But this is just a completely different beast. And again, without your receivers, there's no rhythm to get into. I'm really curious how this game plays out. I really am.
We'll see. I mean, this is going to be the shortest preview we've ever done, but I just don't. Georgia's going to throw it better. They're going to run the ball better. They're going to play better defense. Joe, this could be a 30-point game. Like, I think Florida State could get blown out.
Man, they're
going to get blown out.
They'll get blown out, but I don't know I feel like Georgia's one of those teams that might just kind of.
No, Georgia pissed.
Drift at the end a little bit, go up by 20 and then drift. Make sure you check out Bet Online for all of your sports betting needs. For anything that I do betting related, I go on over to betonline.ag and I use promo code BELIEVE50. BetOnline has all of the latest updated odds for the NFL and college football seasons. Anything you need, whether it's futures, live in-game betting, no matter what, your football betting needs are met at BetOnline. And again, make sure you use that promo code BELIEVE50, BLEAV 50 to get a 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.